Hello, my name's Mark19967 and today I'm going to teach you how to build a solo bunker base. Now the first video I ever did was the unprofitable base to raid, and it was true, it was really unprofitable to raid, but the problem is that people were saying it was too expensive and it was going to take loads of time to gather all those resources, and I thought, okay, fair enough. So I decided to look around and try and find a cheaper design. So what I came up with was something like this. Now I need to build that just a little higher. So essentially I built a circle, and at the end of each circle I've put a little triangle. That's all I've done. So then we're going to put half walls. These outside triangles here, they're going to be your honeycomb. So what I'll do is I'll just upgrade them to stone so you can actually see this. They're going to be your honeycomb. So it's this bit here that's actually going to be your base. Doesn't look that big, but it can be quite spacious. Right, so next thing we're going to do is put half walls all the way around and upgrade them. So you would be doing this in this particular order. This is designed for PvP and PvE servers. So it doesn't matter which one you want to pick, just pick a doorway. Place to put your door and upgrade it. Once you're over, put another half wall down on here. Break them, turn them around, and you're going to want to put a staircase, just like that. Sometimes you get away with one, sometimes you have to put two down. And put a doorway here. You should always have an airlock. There we go. Okay, so we're inside. And I'm going to build that one there for the moment, but I'm actually going to destroy this in a second. So what I'm going to do now is put walls all around. And I'm going to put two walls here. So upgrade these walls. Turn that around. Turn that around. Upgrade this one, this one, this one, this one, but don't upgrade that one, destroy it. And turn that around. Come down, and this is your storage room. What we're going to do now is put a half wall down here. There we go. And turn that around as well. And that. Nope, that's wrong. Hang on a second. It's this one you actually need to do the half wall on. There we go. Because this tall piece here, that's where your TC is going to go. So let's put that in now. Everything I'm building here, everything for this base is tier 1 only. It's not tier 2 or tier 3, it's just tier 1. So this TC, you want it as far into this corner as possible, because space is a premium. You're going to hear me saying that a lot. It is a premium on this site, on this space. There's not a lot of space in it. So we'll just do that. Put that in there like so. Now, let's get some doors on here. Doors, 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 doors. Just two will do. Cute. So again, you want this one-way airlock. So you want that to be open on the to inside like that. The reason being is that anyone who's trying to get into your base can't get into your base. Just like that. Okay. Right, okay. So this is what we got so far. So what I want you to do now is put the roof on. like so. And I want you to put the furnaces down. I don't want you to upgrade them just yet. I want you to build the furnaces down. So, and the furnaces are going to act like a ladder, climbing up to the next roof. So, now we can destroy that. And what you do is you crouch and move forward and jump. And you'll jump crouch on top of that. And then you can do the same again up here. So you can see obviously there's some bits and pieces that we've missed. So let's upgrade all these. Now, to each one we want an outer edge, like so. So that one's already been done. So that's the front door. And we're going to upgrade these like so. There we go. And now we want to do some honeycombing on the roof as usual, because they are going to attack through the roof. It's the most common way of being raided now. Don't usually go for doors because of shotgun traps. So it's more efficient just to upgrade the roof like this. So let's do this. So remember, I'm not using any ladders, nothing, or I'm not using no clip, anything like that. I'm just using what I can to get this done. There we go, and then we jump up in here. Fill all this in. There, that's your honeycomb roof. There we go, all honeycombed. The roof is now done. Now we need to honeycomb the sides. So if you don't know how to do this, find the one with the staircase and just slide down the building. You don't take any damage. Okay. So again, we want to honeycomb this, just like this. Again, this is designed for a solo player to build. I'm not using any ladders or any trickery whatsoever. So, upgrade, flip, upgrade, flip, upgrade, flip, upgrade, flip, upgrade, flip. Okay, there we go. So now we got our base down. So what can we do with this type of base? Ah yes, we can now close that off. Last thing. We can now rest easy. Now, if there is another way, something else you can actually do to this. So if you take off the roof, just for a minute. So that's your honeycomb roof. Now let's say for argument's sake that you didn't want to honeycomb the roof straight away. Now be careful when you're doing this. If you're in a hostile area, put the honeycomb roof on straight away. Don't worry about anything. Just keep doing that. Just to annoy them. But if you can manage to leave a space here, you can do something else. Now you can upgrade it to wood. I would recommend that minimum, and then hit it out later on. You can do something like this. So now you've got, I put a lot of variation into this, so you can actually tailor it to suit your own needs. But let's have a look inside. So clip, and we come through the door, and we've got a shotgun trap straight away, greeting any door campers. So we come in again, we've got another shotgun trap, greeting any door campers. Now if you don't have garage doors, even though in tier 1 you can use double doors, So there's one, there's two, there's three, and there's four. So that's a lot of survey charges to get through there. They're 9 each. Okay, so you do the math. This is a tier 1 workbench. After you put down the furnaces, you put down a tier 1 workbench, just to see, craft stuff. If you get enough scrap, upgrade to a tier 2. You can destroy that and put a tier 2 down. The components, the research table, you can fit a box now underneath it, so that's an extra bit of storage space for you. Again, people pick these up and drop them down because you can pick them up and not take any damage. I don't bother. They get annoying doing that all the time because you never have enough space in this place, so I actually just put it down. Little campfire in there. You don't have enough space in here for a barbecue, unless you want to put it upstairs, but I'll just have a little campfire anyway just to cook off the food because nights are pretty boring anyway, and you can craft there, cook there. You're not doing any harm whatsoever. Put your bag down here, and if you look down here, there's your shotgun trap that you absolutely positively need. I would have at least 100 shotgun shells in here. If they're going to come down, they're going to get killed. They are going to get killed with that shotgun trap. You've got boxes down here. There's enough room for 2 large boxes. I'm not the best space saver on this. You might be able to get better. I have done it a couple of times where I managed to get 4 boxes, 1 up there and 3 down here. So if you do that, great. One of the other things you can do is, this is your drop-off box right here. It actually cuts through on this thing, so you can actually access the box and then transfer your loot from the drop box to your main loot without actually going up and down all the time. Through here is your TC. Right there in the corner behind this workbench, so a repair bench, so you can repair stuff, change your skins, whatever. And now you can fit boxes underneath the repair bench, so you get more space. So again, there's the TC. You can access the TC, and you can see from this that this upgraded base, I mean, all these outer walls are upgraded. Is 2,744 and 1,377. So it's a very cheap build. There's your bag. To get up this little bit, what you do is you move over to this far side of this wall here and move forward and crouch and jump forward. You make it every single time. That's how you get up there. Now the shooting gallery. If you're on a PvP server, now I've done a lot of variation on this, so you can pick and choose whichever one you want. Don't put these to stone, because what they'll do is, you've got an opening here, and what they'll do is they'll get a ladder and get, I think it's 27 or 28 spears, and they will climb up this wall on this side. So I'll just go to no clip and just show you. They'll climb up the wall this side and spear the soft side of this wall here. So if you're going to do this, make sure that all these walls are upgraded to sheet metal, because it doesn't matter then, they can't actually spear through them. Again, I put boxes down here to give you a sharper angle, so if I just get my gun out, you've got a nice angle here, and you've got a much sharper angle here for anyone who's trying to door camp you. This is another variation. These are metal bars. There's a horrible sort of metal embrasures. The only time I'd ever use them is in this kind of design. And again, you can get a pretty good sharp angle. But if you're not happy with that, there's other things you can do. These are shop windows. Again, these are tier 1. You can jump up on here and get a really, really good angle on there. And obviously these are bulletproof, so they can't hurt you. Arrow proof. So the only way they can do that is to rocket down or satchel charge or C4 it like another wall. They can't shoot through that, so I wouldn't worry about that. Again, another thing you can do that gives you a really sharp angle is these stone barricades. You can put them right in the corner, and if you jump crouch and just jump crouch there like that, you get a really sharp angle, just like that. Yeah, really sharp angle, just like that. So you can shoot again. Again, this is just normal. This is just 2 half walls. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Again, a little sharp angle there. What else have we got? Oh yeah, half wall. You can put a half wall down. This is a little bit more tricky to jump on. Again, this is crouch jump. Crouch jump on there, and you get a really good angle. Very sharp angle. They rarely can hit you from. And again, this is a metal window. Metal windows, they are just the same as a wall. They can't shoot through them, so I wouldn't worry about that. You got this V-shaped good sweep shot here. Again, if you need more distance, just drop off the boxes, and then you got your more distance there. But be careful, because you can get headshot very easily from this. Another things you can do is put barricades over here in this particular space and use that for cover while you're shooting here. But again, if you die, it doesn't really make a difference, because all your equipment, all your loot dies in the base with you. Your guns and everything, they're not going to be able to hit you. Take your loot, I'm sorry. So again, one of the things you can do is sheet metal this floor, and that stops people from penetrating. Sheet metal that door, and all this sheet metaling is done. And again, the cost is minimal. It's very minimal, 1,377. So what is it you get? You get 1,000 stone per node, so that's just under 3 nodes, and you get about 500 metal from a metal node. So that's what, three metal and 3 stone nodes per day. That's not too problem. That's not a big problem. So let's go up. Again, I've used the same sort of procedure as I did with the other base to do the roof. Again, honeycomb the roof. Always honeycomb the roof. Now, when someone's going to raid you from the roof, what they'll do is they'll always go for the one where it will actually take the most amount of damage to multiple squares to get splash damage. So what you do to combat that is put a shotgun turret in one of these outer edge ones. That's what they won't be expecting. They see some of these, and maybe 2 or 3 of them will go out with the rocket through or C4 through, and when they jump through, bang, bang, bang. So put your shotgun turrets in these outer edge squares, outer edge triangles, sorry, to kill them if they try and raid. And once they're dead, you can go up there and steal all their loot, all their raiding material. Can it be raided? Yes, of course it can be, but it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. And I've noticed in Rust, not on this server because we ban people for being racist, there are a lot of Nazi symbols. People are building Nazi bases. So much so that the devs have now put the option in the game to actually hide signs. Hide signs now. You can hide the signs, so if it's anything sexual or offensive, they was mainly for YouTubers and Twitch streamers. But if the sign offends you, you can turn it off and nobody pays any attention. So I'm guessing next they're going to be building Nazi bases. So I took it one step further. I built the Star of David. Screw you, Nazis. So again, have a think. Again, you can experiment. You've got protection here from PvP. You've got protection from door campers. You can take out door campers by shooting them down from here. And again, you don't need to worry too much about resources and upkeep, because it's a cheap base. This is as cheap as I can make it. If you can't find garage doors, obviously just use double doors here. That helps out a lot. And then you can recycle the double doors at a later date when you find garage doors and you get enough scrap to research them. So again, it's only a tier 1. Everything in here is tier 1. It's not tier 2 or tier 3. So you're out, your base is built, and once your base is built, you're out PvPing, having fun. This is a very tough nut to crack. It's very cheap to build. It's very cheap to maintain. Okay. My name is Mark1967, and I like to call this the Star of David Bunker Base. Thanks for watching.